We get to reveal this month's One Class at a Time $500 grant recipient. KCBD News Channel 11's Angie Nguyen introduces us to Mr. Eric Barber. He teaches English, photography, and theater at Amherst High School.
Recently, I traveled to Amherst to meet our recipient of this month's One Class at a Time grant. There we found Eric Barber, who's known for wearing many hats at the high school level, teaching photography, English, and theater, and he says one complements the other.
And all the things that we do in theater are things that we need to do in English. You know, we have character analysis, we have script analysis, we have character choices, and thinking about how something impacts the story.
On behalf of Frontier Dodge and Spirit Chrysler, we'd like to congratulate Eric Barber on being the recipient of One Class at a Time. Thank you. Congratulations.
And though Mr. Barber doesn't struggle to pay for things in the classroom, theater is another story. So I asked what he has in mind for the $500 grant.
Paying for costumes, you know, a lot of the costumes have, over the past couple of years, have come out of my own pocket. I'm trying to build up our catalog and archive of costumes and props and other things. I'll be using that to pay for costumes this year. I'll be using it to pay for a clinic where we can go and get some experience on a stage. So we have a few supplies that we need for competition.
As competition approaches, so does a rather large obstacle the Amherst one-act play cast faces every year at contests.
The analogy that I like to use is if you're playing and training for basketball or, you know, football, and you've never touched a basketball in your life until game day, it's kind of hard to compete and to do excellent productions. And so over the years, I really try to collect things, but there's still so many more things that I wish I could have.
It's that need that prompted him to choose Luca, also known as the Louise Hopkins Underwood Art Center, to receive a matching $500 grant.
Mr. Barber has selected Luca as the nonprofit organization to receive the additional $500.
What an honor. We were humbled at Luca that Mr. Barber would choose our organization. We are celebrating our 25th year in the Art Depot of Lubbock.
And as they celebrate another year of giving back on the South Plains, there is a cost.
This money, in particular, will help to continue our Artful Heart program with elementary age and middle school children. We do have free programs for them, particularly on First Friday Art Trail. It's drop-in art at the Graffiti House. All of the supplies, the instructors, this money will be able to help keep those programs in functioning organization.
Angie Nguyen, News Channel 11.